There we go. That's just CAPI.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, would you make me a drink?
Yeah.
Or, Ashley, will you come make me a drink?
What's wrong?
This Dr. Thunder, well, your knee.
I can't. Well, my knee's gonna hurt when I'm sitting down or not, son. Sitting down don't make no damn difference. I wished it did.
Waiting on people to show up. Oh, hey, Cora. We're actually live this time.
This is the real. We don't have any ice.
Oh, no, that's unfortunate. I thought you guys had an ice maker.
We do, but it was bugging me at that time, so I haven't used it since.
Oh. That's fine. Oh, okay. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Lydia.
Have you cleaned this out? Sure. Oh, okay. Oh, but it's not on the iron.
Whew, I am tired. How's everybody doing? We're just letting some people show up. What is she doing? Oh.
Yeah. Good ice is fine.
Okay, awesome. How's everybody doing tonight? It's been so long since I did live that I don't even know how to do it anymore. Hello, Beth. How did you? Oh, you just took it completely out. I thought you was just gonna go through the. How is everybody tonight? I'm exhausted.
You worked your butt off today.
It didn't work for very long, but it was just a lot of work in that time period. Hangry. We have deer burgers. Deer burgers and what are they in? Gravy?
Deer hamburger steaks.
Yeah, deer hamburger steaks with potatoes.
And llamas and cornbread.
Oh, lima beans and cornbread. I didn't know we had all that going too.
Okay.
Is John usually showing up for these?
Yeah, he should be on
Maybe I could stop yawning here soon. Yum. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're still waiting on the mashed potatoes and stuff to get done. Thank you.
Shell.
I freaking.
A blood blister?
I guess. I don't know what that was. I drank and I felt it in my mouth. I actually think it was from the seasoning that I tried earlier. Johnny cooking? I don't know where he is tonight. I think he was here earlier cooking. I don't know where he ran off to. I'm doing the live. I'm just waiting on people to show up. It's been so long since I've been live, I don't even know how to start these things anymore. It's been over a year since I've done this.
I've been a guest before. Hey, everybody, how's it going?
Oh, God.
How's everybody tonight? Welcome to CAPI Live. So glad you guys were able to join us tonight.
Do you want to swap spots?
We are.
This spot? Okay.
Oh, you're fine. We'll keep it on you most of the night.
Oh, no, don't do that.
As you guys can see, I have a guest tonight who needs no introduction. He is the co-founder and producer of the show, Corey Rushing. No relation. Or maybe some relation. He might be related. We're waiting for the test to come back. Look at me.
Okay.
I'm as helpless as a kitten. Oh, dang it. Can't put a mic in some people's face. Hey, Michelle. Hey, emo girl. Hey, Beth.
Emo girl's Lydia.
Yeah, I know. Who else is on?
Cora.
Hey, Cora. Hey, Michelle Heron. Is Morgan on with you, Michelle? Insane disappearances. What's happening? Hi, guys. Morgan. Yep, there she is. I figured she was. I figured she was here, too. There was a blue ghost that just went in front of my face. And now a white ghost. Pasty white. Really white.
I saw some sun today.
I hope everybody has had an awesome week. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend last weekend. We did not do the show last weekend because it was Mother's Day. I hope everybody got to spend a little time with their mother and shred her. Don't shred Mom. Shower her with gifts and hugs and kisses and thank yous and appreciate you creating me and all that good kind of stuff.
The flowers.
We have some demonic sound effects in the background, so y'all just kind of deal with that.
Colton saw Batman, and he's just been.
Yeah, Colton saw Batman, and ever since then he's been doing the Batman thing. How pretty! That's what Corey and Ashley got Paramama for Mother's Day.
It looks so much.
It's homemade too. They made that. It's not something they bought. They didn't buy that. I mean, they bought the material, but it's not something they went and bought like that. They put it together and bought all this stuff and put it together and everything. It's real pretty.
I didn't realize it was going to be sticking out that bad. We missed the rest of the team last night.
Yeah, we did an investigation last night
Oh.
at Michelle and Morgan's house in Fayette, Alabama.
How'd it go?
It went well. Went really well.
Demons everywhere.
Demons everywhere. I think John even said that. I said, "Where's the demons?" He said, "They're everywhere. They're everywhere."
It's me again, Margaret.
Hope you're all feeling better. Yes, we do hope everyone's feeling better. Speaking of that, let's do the prayer list. Y'all keep prayers out for Beth. She's been having some tummy issues. Yeah, we hate you missed it too, Beth. We missed you last night. You and your hubby. Just butt sniffing orbs. Yep, butt sniffing orbs. We had a butt sniffing orb last night.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. But
Maybe it was a dog.
yeah. Keep John and Michelle in your prayers. John's still looking for a job. Keep Joey and Stephanie and the girls in your prayers. They're in Disney World. I don't know if they're on their way back now or I don't know how long they were going to be there, but keep them in your prayers for safe travels. I think that's it. 2 unspoken.
Pray that you can get your hairline back.
No, pray that I don't get my hairline back.
I'll pray that I keep my hairline.
Yeah.
Hub's defibrillator procedure on the 1st.
Okay, Lydia. Let us know how that goes. That's Preston. That's the heart issues. They're going to be putting in a defibrillator. So they said that it was so that it can regulate his heart rate, but I think what they're going to really do is give Lydia a remote. So every time he steps out of line, she just goes.
Jesus.
Bzz, bzz.
That'd be terrifying.
No, they're still in Disney. Okay, yeah, I didn't figure they'd go for the weekend. That'd be kind of dumb.
She said if only. And Beth said her tummy issues are better.
Yeah, Lydia says if only.
I didn't know if you could read that text or not.
I have to kind of look down and squint my eyes.
We can do this old school. I'll read them off to you.
There you go. Can we position it to where we're both like at least some ways?
No, it's
and
fine.
the sign is in there?
Well, maybe the sign, but...
Yeah, let's get this. There we go. Now we both can squeeze in beside the sign and kind of get in there and see the CAPI. Oh, help. John's messing stuff up.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm going to be in and out tonight, guys. I'm cooking a late dinner.
Good Lord.
We all did a lot of work today.
Look how white I am next to you.
I know, right? That's what I said, pasty white. That's like all the family portraits that we have and everything. It's like I look like a black guy, the one black guy in the family, because everybody else is so white and I'm all brown and tan. But
my beard is getting close to yours.
Yeah,
just a couple more days. And
oh man, dude, I think we ought to. I think if we really just kind of stretched them both out and got them really close, I think you might be like a centimeter longer.
It's a bit thicker than it looks.
Yeah. You're getting there.
You can't even see it on the sides. I am a grown man.
I am a man. I swear. I swear. I swear. That's not my hand, y'all. That's Coda's.
Do they know what Billy Goat is?
I don't. I'm sure they do, but we don't want to show them. You can tell them. Oh, thank you, Beth. That's sweet. Don't forget I showed you the photos of my
twin nephews last night, Johnny. The ones my brother adopted.
Yeah, thank you for telling me that. We had them on the prayer list. Michelle's cousins or whatever on our prayer list because they were trying to adopt the two kids that were in need, and that went through. Everything went great. They've got the kids. So that's a good praise report. That went through, and now they have the kids. They're adopted. Everything's good. Corey's so white. Dracula is his sire.
Oh, I mean, hold on, let me try that.
He didn't see the comedy like we did. If I'm missing anybody, y'all let me know, please. And again, if you want to put a prayer request in, but you don't want to air it on here, then you can send it to John Bowen. It's jbowen.capi@gmail.com. jbowen, BOWEN .capi@gmail.com. And he'll make sure it gets to the prayer list. We do pray about everybody on the list. We do keep the list. It's not just something we talk about in one area and out the other. So if you have anybody you want to put on there, or if you have somebody that you want to put on here and I just hasn't, either we haven't seen it or you haven't put it up there yet, waiting on potatoes. And then you can just...
I mean, you can go and eat if you want.
Yeah, you can eat if you want to. Just no potatoes yet. I think that's it. Coming events. Kathy camp.
Yep, that's June 9th through the 11th.
Yep, June 9th through the 11th. That's getting here really quick, too.
Yep.
That's we're almost there.
We found out they have a shooting range there as well.
Yeah, they have a shooting range. We can do CAPI Pew Pew. I don't know if everybody knew that. We've been there before. I did not know. I have an unspoken. Okay, Beth. Thank you. We'll add that to it. I did not know that Payne Lake has a shooting range, but they do. I think it was, what, $3?
$3, yeah.
Yep, $3. Sites with water. Why don't you tell them that, because I don't remember.
Yeah, so with water and electricity, it's $18. With water only, it's $11, and then primitive is $5.
Yeah, and then the shooting range is $3.
Yeah. The $18 for water and electric's 100%. $5 for primitive is 100%. The $11 for just water might be, I don't know. I think that's right, but the other two are correct.
Yeah.
And $3 for the shooting range.
$3 for the shooting range, and you can shoot all day. So, or until you run out of ammo. That's usually when I stop. Is when I don't have any ammo. I have to take my good ammo and lock it up because I'll shoot it too.
And you have a hunter's license, you can shoot for free.
Yeah, if you have a hunter's license, and it was one other thing.
WMA.
Yeah, if you have a hunter's license or WMA, you can shoot for free. So
18 for the weekend. It's per night.
Per night.
Yeah.
Emo girl. Yes, it's per night. $18 per night per site.
So it'll be $38. Is that right?
Yeah, not even $40. That's a really good price.
No, it would be $36.
Yeah, it's not even $40. So that's a really good price. No, it'd be more than that.
No, 18 and 18. That'd be.
Oh, yeah, it's 18 and 18, yeah.
So it's 36.
I was saying, for some reason, I was saying 18, 18, 18.
Oh, no.
I guess I was thinking 9, 10, 11.
Yeah. No, it'd be.
Yeah, we don't spend the night.
$36, and you have a water and electricity. Or you can just primitive camp for $5. So
why not?
Whichever one you want.
Whatever you want to do. Paramama usually likes to have some water and some power.
So we'll $10 for the weekend if you just go primitive.
Yeah, just $10 for the weekend if you did primitive. Now, if some people want to, you can. If you don't want to pay the 18, what you can do is what a lot of people have done in the past is just camp close to someone that is doing the power and water, and you can just
bum off them.
Bum off them, yeah.
Water does sound nice for the weekend.
I agree.
If you stay all weekend, at least get the water. You don't need the electricity, I guess, but the water, I would at least shoot for water.
Yeah, it's going to be warm, guys. It's in June. That's pretty much mid-June, so you know it's going to be warm. So you might want to bring some fans if you want to
sleep comfortably.
Sleep comfortably, yeah, because it's going to be hot. So I think we're going to get that little portable AC, so we can have power, and because we'll have power. But yeah, it's going to be super, super nice. We've got the class. We can do the class there if we have enough people, or if we have anybody. It doesn't have to be enough people. It can just be one. But we will be doing the class during CAPI camp. It's just like any other CAPI camp. If you want to come but you don't want to stay overnight, you're more than welcome. Come and spend the day with us on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, and before I forget, Lydia has all those different like pies and jams and
yeah,
stuff that she can
I
make.
keep forgetting to make my order, man. Dang it.
Ashley, can we send our order to Lydia Thursday? Okay. We'll have it to you. Actually, I'll message you tonight what we want, and then we can pay Thursday. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, I'll message tonight too while he's doing it and tell you what I want.
Because I'm getting an apple pie or whatever. I think it was an apple pie. I saw some sort of pie, or maybe it was a cobbler.
Oh, those fried pies.
Yeah, or cobbler or something.
Heck yeah. Yeah. I keep forgetting, and she's even reminded me.
Yeah, I forget too.
And I completely forget. I have the worst freaking memory.
Do we? I don't ever ask. Did we cash app or do we pay when we get there? Like, how did she tell you?
I don't think she minds. I think it's either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the best way to? We will be there Saturday. Awesome, Beth. What's the best way to pay, Lydia? Is it better to do cash app when we order, or pay you at the camp when you deliver, or whatever's best for you? I don't care. Either way for me. I don't think it'd be cash app for me. It'd be PayPal. So if you do PayPal. I don't have a cash. I do have a cash app, but just never used it.
That's all I use is cash app.
I'm stupid. I use cash.
What's Saturday? Oh, is it the?
They're saying they'll be there Saturday. They're not going to spend the whole weekend. They're not going to camp.
I can do cash, credit, debit, Chime, Facebook Pay, Cash App, PayPal. I'm fine with what she's ready to go.
She's whatever.
Yeah.
She's
Could we
She's just like, I want my damn money. I don't care how you get it to me. Just give me my damn money.
It would be best for us to cash out, so we'll just pay Thursday then.
Yeah.
When we get paid.
I'll do that too. I'll just pay whenever we order.
And the jams and stuff, if y'all haven't had her jams, they're
that cowboy candy.
That candied jalapeno is
oh my gosh, yes.
Incredible.
That stuff is whatever works. Yeah, she's open. She don't care. She just like, just give me the damn money. I don't care.
I ate that cowboy candy in one night when we got home. It was gone.
Dude, she made me the pepper jelly. It was gone.
Yeah, ours was gone.
And the pickles are usually gone before I leave camp.
Yeah. Oh, we definitely want some of those pickles. I gotta remember the pickles. Yeah, but that pepper jelly
she makes those
a week at the house.
What is it? Those pickles that I like? Butter.
Oh, not. I know what you're saying. Buttered. I hate them. I can't stand them.
Yeah, you don't like them, but I
like the dill.
I like the dill too.
I don't remember the name of them. Butter something.
What is it, Lydia, that I like? Some bread and butter. That's it. Thank you.
I couldn't think of the name of it.
Just made y'all a fresh batch. Cool. Yeah, bread and butter is my favorite. That so didn't go the way you wanted it to.
It did not.
It's over here.
It's
you
so
threw it that way, but it went over here. I think the fan got it. That's what it is. It keeps coming back. You're playing ping pong with the air. Excuse me.
Ashley,
all right, talk to him.
Come say hey.
Tell him what we're going to talk about tonight. Yeah, come over and talk to him. Ashley, let me check on this.
Well, I'm getting glasses Thursday because apparently I'm blind. She got new glasses.
My nose ring is sideways.
I'm going to be getting glasses Thursday. Because apparently I shouldn't even be driving at night. I'm so blind. Lydia say, hey, gorgeous. But tonight I think we're just going to be talking about old investigations, ghost stories, stuff like that, reminiscing, because somebody procrastinated. I'm blind too. Yeah, so she got her new glasses. Sorry.
He was roasting me for getting glasses, and then he went to get glasses, and they were like, hey, you've got to pay extra because you're freaking blind.
Yeah, so, no, I didn't roast you. No.
Yeah, you were like, you freaking nerd, look at you with your little glasses.
I said you look
you're
good.
So blind.
I said you look good in your new glasses.
And then you look through them, and you're like, well, how are you so blind?
Oh, yeah, well, anyways, that's true. It's just one eye, but anyway, so I went and did my eye test, and like we had to do this, and then this. And on both of them, I couldn't see past the top. So it's got multiple lines, and the top line's got the biggest, boldest letters. I couldn't see anything past that top line. Like everything past that was just a blur. It was awful. So yeah, I really need glasses. But she showed me how I'm gonna see when I get my glasses, and it blew my mind. I didn't even know you could see like that HD. This is maple.
I've never seen maple before.
It's maple trees.
She has no idea what's going on.
Like, what are you doing? Can I see her?
Yeah.
On the screen? Hey. She's like, Johnny, help me. Please help me.
She gotta get her feet trimmed.
She is stinky. She needs a bath.
Maple girl.
That's what we say. Anything.
So sweet.
So we're waiting on Dad to get food, and then we'll start talking about old investigations and stuff. We could actually, if you guys have any suggestions about any like super haunted places in Alabama, I'm sure you probably already said a ton of them, but maybe we've investigated and could tell a story about it. If you want to hear stories about it.
I'm holding her feet.
Maple said she has a story about this one time where she didn't get a treat, and it was the worst day of her life.
She just got a bunch of deer meat. Oh,
She wants down.
You see somebody with something? No, he didn't pick up the food, so she doesn't want down now.
She's precious. Lydia said she's precious. Yeah, she's a nutcase is what she is. There's a place called Love Lady Bridge or something like that. Hey, do you know of Love Lady Bridge?
Yeah, what about it?
Lydia, I've never heard of it. What is it?
It's another one of those, everybody has one.
Oh, you go to the bridge, stop on it, so the same thing. Okay. Yeah, okay. Every different town has a different bridge like that, yeah.
Bridge and a railroad crossing.
There's a place in Alabama. Hey, can you get her? Oh, she's like consistently pushing the phone. Thank you. There's a place in Alabama that is supposed to be it's like the road's part like this, and you go to the top of it and park, and they'll say like your car will roll up the hill and not down the hill.
Yeah, it's an optical illusion.
Yeah,
it's really going.
There was a big TV show on, I think it was the History Channel, or National Geographic, or something that came and debunked that was supposed to.
Years ago.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a haunted place, but it ended up being nothing. But it's still pretty cool.
It's so dirty. Huh? You're gonna need a good bathroom.
No. Ever been to the Dead Children's Playground?
Yeah. John did an investigation there for us.
Yep. John did a whole investigation. Did you get anything? I think he got a picture, didn't he?
I think he got an EVP.
An EVP. Yeah, we got something. We could.
Wings moved or something?
Is that shareable? Can we share that EVP? If you still have it?
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty cool one to post on the CAPI page about that. Yeah, John's definitely been to the... I've never been. I've watched plenty of videos and heard stories about it, but I've never been personally.
I've never investigated it, but I've been there. I went not long after he did the investigation. I went and visited.
Oh. I've had multiple times opportunities and just never went. There's a place in Childersburg like that. I think that might be the place I'm talking about. If you're talking about the heel thing, it's in Alabama somewhere. I don't know if it's in Childersburg. It's in Huntsville. Okay. No. The road, the optical illusion road.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's in Childersburg or not, but that might be it. But there was a show recently that went up there and debunked it. Hubs also needs to know what kind of hard drive Johnny needs.
You would know more than I would.
What do you hard drive for? What?
Getting that stuff off the
laptop
and putting evidence on it.
It's just a external hard drive, something like just any type of external hard drive, something that.
Unfillable or something when it keeps going.
Oh yeah, so you would need like a 2 terabyte, a terabyte or 2 terabyte external hard drive, but not like external. Just any portable external hard drive would work.
Yeah.
It just has to be external. Morgan is going to bed, so it's just me now.
Okay.
He said K.
That's Michelle.
Just K. K. Yes.
Tell her I said tell Morgan that I'm sorry we're not worth staying up for.
He said he hopes Morgan sleeps well and can't wait to have her back next weekend.
That is so not what I said.
It's exactly what he said. I think they can probably hear you. I think Beth's saying yes to that is the place Childersburg that we were talking about. Where is John? Why is John not on?
John's at tonight. Where's my phone and I'll text him.
Oh no, this is my phone. I don't know where your phone is.
Oh, here it is.
Here, do you want to chit chat for a second so I can get my
I
food?
don't have anything to say. I got my plate already.
Oh, go get your food.
You go ahead and work and get yours
Okay.
too.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Is there a spatula?
Oh, is it ready?
No, the potatoes aren't ready.
Well, Dakota, you go back over. Babe, you're gonna have to wait longer.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. Yes, I am. How you doing? I hope you miss me, but I hope you don't miss me no more because here I am. I love everybody out there, and I wanted to say happy CAPI Live Day. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, happy CAPI Live Day. I love you guys. What are we talking about tonight, Corey? What are we talking about tonight? I didn't get a subject, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't have time.
Old investigations and just fun stories.
Okay, old investigations and fun stories.
Like about old investigations and stuff.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's a piece of
Let's tell ghost stories. Let's tell real paranormal stories. How about that?
You know what you should start with?
What?
Just because it's an hilarious story. You should start with the reporter that ran out of Cahaba.
Oh my God. Yes. That's a good startup story. I agree. Hey, there's Dakota. What's up happening, Dakota? Dakota. Slime. That's all that's happening right now? Slime.
That's my home.
Slime.
I just tried.
Corey, what is the rear right eye on?
What's the what?
Rear right eye.
Rear right one?
Yeah, what is it?
Off. Oh, rear right. It's on high.
Okay.
Does it need to be on high?
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Just trying to get the potatoes to work.
Wait,
Finish.
do you want to just wait on the potatoes and just get the meat?
All right.
You're gonna wait.
We have the meat.
Corey says we should. Okay, we are home. I'll long back on once we get inside. Okay, Beth. Oh, I meant to ask if I could join the case study for the investigation we went on with you. I meant to ask if we could join the case study on the investigation. Yes, you can. We'll make sure that information gets forwarded to you, Lydia. Absolutely. All right. Corey wanted me to tell the story about your mama. Wanted me to tell the story about the reporter that bounced from the
Do we know the name of the
investigation.
he was working for? Can we say it?
Alabama Living.
Alabama Living.
Yep, Alabama Living. It is a what I call a doctor's office magazine. It's not mass produced, but it is in Alabama. You can see them in doctors and lawyers' offices, waiting rooms. I think you can even subscribe to it too. I just don't know how, but it's called Alabama Living. We were doing y'all know I've told you guys many times about the tours that we used to do, and that I want to do some more of too. By the way, I miss doing the tours, but that was a lot of fun. But we do haunted history tours.
Hey, you
And-
know, Prattville downtown is bustling right now. They're looking because they're just at that old cotton gin. They're looking for.
Maybe we need to do a haunted history in Prattville, Alabama.
They're looking for some sort of.
We've investigated a lot of Daniel Pratt's buildings down there.
They want something.
Yeah, we need to look into that. Beth, when you come back, if you're not already back, Make a note of that if you would, please, ma'am, and we will tell John. I don't know where John's at. John usually tells me if he's not going to be on.
I don't know, but the live hadn't been posted on the page yet.
It is posted.
On the page?
Facebook?
I posted it on the group.
Y'all didn't get notifications? Everybody got notifications, I'm sure. Did y'all get notifications about the live tonight? A couple people told me yes or no if you got notifications on the live tonight. Corey, when you get done, will you get that fork and smash a potato and see how soft it is?
Shake it.
It's not ready yet.
Okay, buddy, thank you. Will you put a spoonful of, never mind, I already put it up. I'll get it. Yeah, they did. They got the notification.
So tell them about Alabama living.
I am. That's what I was doing. But you know, we do the tours and everything, and we were doing one of our first tours in Alabama. Actually, I think it was the first tour in Alabama.
No, Selma was.
Selma was the first tour in Alabama. Yeah, because Laurel was the very first one that I'd done, and then Meridian it got kind of shut down kind of quick. But
Didn't we? Selma was before Cahaba, wasn't it?
yeah, we started the tours in Selma.
Started at the
Right after we started the Selmas, whenever they came, Cahaba came and said, hey, we want to be a part of this. But anyway, we did the tours there and we had a really good time. So it started getting a lot of press. It started getting really, really, really out there and people were getting into it. And so, of course, feeding his face with my nasty food.
Nasty in my butt. We got llama beans and deer steak burgers.
With gravy.
With gravy.
But,
oh, good.
we went to Save Me a Plate. Absolutely.
It's really good.
You and Preston head your butt on over here and you can make your own. But
It's so good.
we did.
I'm sorry, that's rude to me.
Y'all ever have that gnat that keeps flying around? Anyway.
All right, come on, man. Alabama living. Stay on track. Let's go.
Oh, John's coming. I said, hey, you okay? He said, yeah, I passed out. Shit, I'm so sorry.
Go to sleep, man, if you're that tired.
Right? Just go to sleep, John. Yeah, you don't have to come on.
Was it in the slave quarters? It was the slave
It
quarters.
was the slave quarters, yeah, but
So
we
good.
we had the curator come to us and said that, hey, we've got a guy from a magazine from Alabama Living here, and he wants to do an article on the tour. So she said, I figured we would bring him out here to the, at the very front of the tour, when you first come into Cahaba, at the Welcome Center, they had a little bonfire going.
It was amazing.
Yeah, they had like this big bonfire, and you could get like apple cider and hot chocolate.
It was so incredible. What was his name that told the stories? Do you remember? He always had the walking stick.
Brooks.
Wasn't he the deputy? Used to be a deputy or not?
No, he
was
was
the older guy.
Yeah, he was a, oh, you're talking about that other guy that was the county commissioner for a while. I can't remember his name.
His stories were incredible, by the way.
Stephen Brooks did that too. He was actually one of them, the storytellers too, but he wasn't a deputy. He was a juvenile officer, juvenile detention officer, or parole, I think. But anyway, hey, sorry I didn't sleep last night and had an early morning. John, if you need to go to bed, man, go to bed. But hey, by the way, but
we're eating food.
they were doing story times and stuff like that. Y'all just ignore anything from this side over. It's hard to ignore him. He's so cute though. Look, come back in.
I am a man with a beard. I'm not cute anymore.
Handsome, I guess. Is that?
I am gristled and veteraned. So.
Greetings, John.
You ever got Billy Goated live on air
He
before?
said no. I like to keep it that way. John says, hey, greetings, Corey.
Well, hey, John.
Anyway, at the front of the tour there, you go in there and you can drink apple cider and listen to ghost stories from Brooks and another guy, and had a bonfire there. It was really cool. And then they go from there to the first stop, which was one of the graveyards there, and then they would go to a couple of houses, and then they would come to us at the slave quarters. And she told us that we're going to let him do the entire tour, and he's going to stop at each tour, and instead of getting on and leaving when the person leaves, he's going to stick around for a couple of turns, and get enough content for his story. I said, okay, that's cool. Well, it would be great to have. At that time, we were doing the downstairs of the slave quarters and the upstairs. Downstairs was more about the paranormal, and upstairs was more about how to investigate. And so Corey was in charge of upstairs, and I was downstairs. And so we would kind of swap out, and we would give people options. Hey, if you stay downstairs, you're going to hear more about the paranormal and what goes on here and stuff like that. If you go upstairs, you're going to hear more about investigating the paranormal and also what goes on here. And so the guy come, and he went upstairs with Corey first. He didn't. I figured he would come to me first, but he actually. I think we gave him a choice, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And he said, "Yeah, I want to go up and listen more about investigating the paranormal than I do, hanging out down here."
I think there was just a natural draw to go upstairs because, people, normal times of the year outside of the tour, you were never allowed to go upstairs in the slave quarters.
Right. That was the only
draw.
time during any time.
So as a journalist, definitely
that you could actually go upstairs. Yeah. You're right. That's exactly why you went upstairs, because that was the only time that you could. You couldn't come during regular business. You could come and visit the slave quarters during visiting hours, but you couldn't go inside, and you definitely couldn't go upstairs. Whenever you did get to go inside, you couldn't go upstairs until our event that we did. But anyway. The gentleman he had a camera and, really high priced camera equipment and all that stuff like that. He was there. No, of course not. He would do, give content for his story, blah, blah, blah. So I guess maybe, Corey, 10 minutes in?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
About 10 minutes in, they were doing flashlight study upstairs. And I think the flashlight came on, or was it a knock, or what was it?
We were asking. The flashlight wasn't doing anything. So we started asking for a knock, and we got a knock. What?
Today was decoration on Sand Mountain, where my dad was from. So I took my mom, Michelle, and Allison. That's awesome, man. Bread and butter.
But yeah, we were doing knocks.
Yeah, it was knocks. They was asking for someone to knock, and so they got a knock. This guy freaked out. He grabs his stuff. Y'all remember in the cartoons when if there's somebody standing there and they get scared or whatever, and they run, and anything they're holding and certain maybe a few body parts stay before they finally fall because the people ran. So that was this guy. He ran, and parts of him just stayed in one spot and then fell because he took off. He came down the stairs. I thought someone was falling down the stairs when it first happened, because I was like, what the crap? And it's not like he could run out of the house and get into a car or a wagon or anything like that. He couldn't. It was still, and the slave quarters was about 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, it was a ways.
Yeah,
we used to go and just ride bicycles, and it's
a good little while. Yeah, it's 3/4 of a mile from the rest center. I mean, from the welcome center where you come in at, where you have to park your car because you can't drive your car into there during the tours. And so what they had was they had these horse-driven wagons. Well, actually, I think they used tractors, didn't they?
Yeah.
And these tractor-driven wagons, and people would sit on these big like a hayride. They do this big hayride around the park during the tours. And so, hold on, I'll read that in a minute. But this guy bounds out of the slave quarters, clears the steps. There's a huge porch, concrete porch, and then 5-6 steps going down. It's huge. Cement steps. And I think his first foot hit right at the threshold of the door, and his next foot hit on the grass outside another 10, 15 feet. And he just, boom, he took off. He was gone.
pits that you could fall into.
Yeah, there's all kinds of holes there and sunken graves and all kinds of stuff there at Cobb. It's not a good thing to run around in the dark. And I hollered after him. I said, "Hey, man, what's going? Are you okay? What's going on?" And he's like, "Nope," and was gone. And later on, I found out that he made it. He ran from that slave quarters with all this equipment all the way up to the West Center to his car. Got in his car. The curator went out to his car and said, "What's going?" He said, "I'm not coming back here. You can't. Don't care if they do a story or not. I'll never be back again. I'm out. See you. Goodbye." And he took off.
Well, what was crazy is like we've been trying to do the flashlight study. Nothing was happening, and I had gotten everybody to move away from the walls. So I didn't want anybody. That was something that I did because I didn't want anybody to like try and be funny and like knock on the wall. Like,
knock on the wall, right?
Dark. So,
and these aren't investigators. There's a general public that bought tickets to come to this, and so it's not investigators. So you never know what a Joe Blow off the street's going to do. So that's why he was trying to make sure.
I would get people in the middle of the room, and we'd ask questions. And I asked a few questions and nothing. I was like, okay, well, if you're not gonna, I don't remember. This was years ago. It was something along the lines: if you're not gonna communicate, we'll just go into the other room. And I was like, so one last time, if you want to talk to us, knock and let us know. And then as soon as before I finish, you hear like real hard against the wall. That dude just gone.
He was out of there. He was out of there. We had people that were a little nervous, but they came in and made it through it. We had one that I can remember that made it up to the front door and turned around and said, "No,
there
I'll
was
wait
a kid
outside."
that left crying.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, a kid left that was left. It was a really young kid too.
Yeah, really small kid.
And that's why we always tell people, 12 years and up. Don't bring your toddler out here, because it can be a little scary for
This
them.
is a grown man.
But this was a grown,
all it took
45, 50-year-old dude that was.
And he was out of there.
He was gone. He was like, "I don't want nothing out of this."
To do with that.
He said, "I will not come back here to make pictures. I will not do this." Yo.
You know what's crazy to me is like if I was just like a part of the general public and that happened, I would have just assumed it was like a haunted house type thing. Like there was somebody outside the door and knocked or something. Like it was set up. That didn't even cross his mind. He was just like, "I don't care."
Yeah.
And another thing is like if you're going to somewhere to do a story about haunted stuff, and then something happens, which we didn't do that. We never like fabricate. Well, okay, that's not true because Peke's.
We'll tell that next.
Yeah, but we definitely didn't do the knocks. Like we never would have done that. All that we tried to inside the slave quarters. We tried to give us as authentic of an experience as you can get. We didn't fake anything. We didn't have somebody sitting outside the door knocking or anything like that. But I would have thought, being a journalist, coming to a haunted house or a haunted tour, you would think.
He knew.
He would be okay with that.
Yeah, this was no garden side party. He knew. He knew what we were doing there. I guess he was just like, I ain't scared of that stuff. But when he got face to face with it, he was like, "Yes, I am."
Yeah, that ain't me.
Yep. And he was gone out. Goodbye.
He said I was actually in tears for the first time when I got my new glasses. What?
Soft? Is it soft though?
I'll check.
So, yeah. He was out of there, man. He was like, by no means. And he later told the magazine when they asked him if he got pictures and stuff, he said, "I don't care if y'all do a story on that place or not. I'm not going back." And he said, I don't want nothing to do with that. All right, before you sit down, let me sit down.
Okay.
And you start the Piggy story.
Oh, come on, old man. Okay, you said I was actually in tears for the first time when I got my new glasses because, like you said, these new glasses they got out today helped me see numbers. Dude. So I've always seen videos of like people getting like that are colorblind and they get those color correcting glasses and you'll see them like cry and stuff. And I was always like, what? Like I never understood it. Like I didn't try to dismiss it, but I was always like, it's YouTube. They're trying to be dramatic, blah blah blah. But whenever I went and saw that eye doctor and she showed me how I was supposed to be seeing, I got a little choked up too. Cause like, it's not like seeing colors for the first time, but it was kind of like noticing my whole freaking life. I had never seen like that. I didn't even know that's how you were supposed to see. So yeah, I get it. Like I definitely choked up a little bit. So I completely relate to that. Skeptics usually react that way when they experience the paranormal for the first time. I get it, like, because that's how I was too. Like, I didn't really, like, I got really freaked out with my first experience, and I just wanted to get out of there. But I don't know. I feel like if I had went to like a haunted house or something like that and something spooky happened, I would have just immediately thought like it's fabricated and like it wasn't real, like because it's you're paying for a haunted thing for it was Halloween, so like I don't know. It's always freaked like it's always got me how he got dad spooked, but yeah, dad wasn't exaggerating. That dude freaked out and ran out of there.
Oh yeah, he told
That
him later on that he was not coming
full
back.
blown, he was gone, and he wasn't joking either. He literally ran all the way to the welcome center. It was insane.
Yeah, the magazine told him to suck it up and go back to his job, get those pictures. He said, "Y'all can fire me. I'll do a story tonight. I'm not going back."
When my son got his glasses, he could see the leaves on the tree for the first. I'm telling you, like she put up a picture of like a balloon, like only it was like an open road and then like a hot air balloon at the end of the road. It was just a picture. She put it up on the other side of the room, and it was real fuzzy, but I could tell blurry, but I can kind of make out what it was. But then she put my prescription like through the lens thing, and I could see it clear as day. I could make out the lines on the balloon, and she was like, "This is how you're supposed to see. This is what vision's supposed to be." So yeah. But so when I was saying we never fabricated anything or did anything, like we definitely wasn't doing the knocks or anything like that. We never did anything like that. We've never been one to fabricate evidence, and we definitely didn't do it then because the whole thing about the haunted history tour at Cahaba and with Tomka and Selma was always authentic. Like we wanted to show the true paranormal. We didn't, like I don't know what the word is, like hype anything up or anything like that. But we did do this one thing. How long did we do Peggy's Ghost? Like the first 2 years?
No, the first year.
First year, and then we stopped.
We only did it once. Yeah.
So, me and my friend Tyler, Peggy's Ghost at.
It wasn't our idea.
Yeah, no, it wasn't our idea. But wait, I thought it was our idea.
No, that was all Linda.
Oh, that was Linda. Okay,
Yeah.
I was really young. I barely remember. But Peggy's Ghost. Out at Old Cahaba. You should look up the story. It's a really good story. I wish I would tell it better if I could remember it. But
I can remember.
Peggy's Ghost is just a orb of light that was seen out there, essentially. And a big ball of light. Glowing light that you'd see out in a field. And it was called Peggy's Ghost. And so, for the first year, what we did is we got like this, I don't remember what was it we used? Like some sort of ball with a light inside or something like that?
Yeah, it was little beach balls
Ah, yeah.
that we put a glow stick inside.
So me and my friend Tyler, so you come up, so I say the slave quarters here, you come down the road, and then you walk up the entrance to the slave quarters. So you have the left side of the yard and the right side of the yard. I don't know how that's showing on camera, but whatever. When you're walking up the walkway to the slave quarters, over on the left side, there was a bunch of bushes. So it's like a bush here, and then a long path, and then a bush here, like just open yard, right? And it was pretty far out. And so when Dad was in the middle of telling the story about Peggy's Ghost, we would run from one bush to the other bush with the light, and everybody would freak out, like, "Oh my God, like I saw it." But then we got a lot of bad feedback from that, saying, well, everything else felt super authentic, and that was fake, and it just felt cheesy, and nobody liked it, so we stopped doing it. But that was the only thing that we ever fabricated there ever at the slave quarters. I can't speak for what they did at the cemetery because I never went to the cemetery on the tour. I was always only at the slave quarters, and that we always kept super authentic and real. We run to it, right, John? Talking about running away from it. Sounds like the Paulding light. Paulding light? What's Paulding light? Dad.
Dude.
What's Paulding light?
What?
How do I get into your phone?
How are we getting?
How do I get into your phone?
0285.
I'm gonna look up Peggy's Ghost because now it's bothering me, and I want to tell this story because it's a really cool story. Sounds like the Paulding light. I also don't know what the Paulding light is. If you want to tell me, Peggy's Ghost, Old Cahaba. Wow, I butchered that. That was awful. I don't even know how to spell Peggy's Ghost.
Peggy's is P-E-G-U-E-S, I believe.
P-E-G-U-E-S. Nope. I typed in Pegasus Ghost Schwab. It auto-corrected. Piggy's Ghost Old Cahaba. Piggy's Ghost. There it is. Sounds like Paulding. I still don't know what that is. Okay. Wow, this is a really long story, but let's see. Let's go down to this. It says, in the spring of 1862, on one of those brilliant moonlight nights, a night in which nature seems in a silent contemplation toward the door its maker, a young lady and gentleman, promenading near the maze of cedars, turned to enter one of the circular walks leading to the center of the labyrinth, when they were startled to see a large white luminous ball moving a few feet above the ground in front of them, apparently floating in air. This ball would dart first on one side of the walk and then on the other, approach close enough to almost touch them, recede and disappear to the shrubbery, to suddenly be seen again floating beside them. And that's what we would do, is run from one bush to the other. Thinking the apparition was a trick of fancy or was caused by some peculiar phase of the moon's shadow, they turned to retrace their steps when it again appeared in front of them, going through the same gyrations. The gentleman now determined to test the materiality of the object, but just as he attempted to grasp, it had darted beyond his reach and disappeared, to be seen no more that night. And yeah, and there's a couple of different versions, but that's pretty much the story. Just a ball of light that was floating around. And that's what we reenacted, was that coming from bush to bush. But then, yeah, we stopped doing it because it was bad.
Only bad review we ever got on that.
Yep. Yep, unfortunately. It's a story of a ball of light that runs along a railroad in Paulding County. It disappears when you chase it. Yeah, that sounds like just a spin-off of Piggy's Ghost thing, because that's exactly what Piggy's Ghost was. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of funny, like a bunch of these local lores or myths, legends, whatever, about paranormal activity. Pretty much anywhere you go in any state, they have the exact same thing, and they just call it something different. But I guess that goes down to the whole thing that there's only so many stories to tell. You can only tell 3 different types of stories, so many different ways. So, in Michigan. Oh, wait. So, Michelle doesn't. Where she lives in Michigan?
Who, Michelle here?
Yeah.
No, she lives in Fayette, Alabama.
Oh. Oh my God. What was it? 2580? 0285.
0285.
Okay. I'm looking this up.
I go by pattern, not the number. So.
Paulding's Light. Yeah, that's in Blue Crossing, Michigan. The Paulding Light. Light that appears in the valley outside of Paulding, Michigan. That definitely sounds like something from the way you described it. Oh, I do know about Paulding's Light. Yeah, because the Michigan Tech students did a scientific investigation on the light. I saw this get done, and it ended up just being car lights and tail lights is what they.
I remember that.
Yeah, and they recreated the light every single time using the Highway 45 out there. I remember this. I remember watching the video of this being done. So you could probably look that up on YouTube and see them recreate it. I do know Paulding Light. I just don't remember the names of all of these. I've forgotten more ghost stories than I will ever remember again.
Tell everybody. There's cornbread.
I forgot about the cornbread.
Oh yeah, this in the microwave. The micro latte.
But John or Beth, do you guys have any locations that you've done with CAPI that was your favorite? I think I saw that being debunked. Yeah, they debunked it on 2085, was that it? 0285?
0285.
There we go. So there's also there's a YouTube channel that, while we're talking about different ghost stories and super cool things that paranormal, if you guys don't know about this YouTube channel, it's called The Lore Lodge, that I highly recommend. It won't let me type in chat when I want to top chat. I want alt chat. Oh, that's unfortunate. It won't let me type in chat. But anyways, look up The Lore Lodge. They do a lot of really cool videos that I just put Dad onto. I was supposed to go to the law office last time, but missed it. Somebody didn't tell me when it was supposed that weekend that it was happening. Not pointing elbows.
You're on the calendar.
I want to go to the law office so bad. Yeah, me too. Law office hand down. Yeah, I know. You keep hyping up the law office. I really want to go to the law office. I think my favorite investigation would probably be.
You take you one piece and I'll take the
Oh man, I've been to so many.
Someone's gonna take the whole thing.
Yeah, Lore Lodge. Nice. Somebody else knows about him. He does really, really cool videos.
Should be pretty anonymous.
Mr. Ballin. Mr. Ballin's also another awesome YouTube channel for like creepy stuff.
Yeah. His stories, his podcast is even better.
Yeah. I don't. Well, he just started that podcast and it's really
It's
good.
amazing. Yep.
I can't think
And the
of.
cool thing about YouTube is you can get both the videos and the podcast on video. On
Yeah.
YouTube now.
I can't think of my favorite investigation. If I had a favorite investigation, it would probably be either the slave quarters or
Go ahead.
Two things are gonna take.
buddy.
the castle in Selma, Weaver House.
Brand new Batman game.
What'd you do?
Colton pulled the cord on the thing and I put a ring on it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna buy you a new Batman game.
I'm not even worried about that, man.
And then
I paid $50 for that whole thing.
For the strange, dark, and mysterious told in story format.
Yeah.
Dude, he's such a good storyteller.
I'll tell you,
He's
he's
an amazing
who would have thought a
storyteller.
Navy SEAL would be a great storyteller?
That's not what I expected to happen there. Maybe a lot. You can have that.
To get for stealing.
hey, do you want a piece of cornbread?
Remember what Nanny used to do if you'd steal food?
Usually ended in holes in my hand.
Okay, what story should we tell next?
Where's Corey?
Oh, why do we gotta do that one?
Hmm?
Why do we gotta do that one? The one that scarred me.
All right. Do the spirit rush.
Mm.
Castle.
I wasn't there for that. At the castle during the cleansing. I wasn't there for that.
That's right.
I didn't go back.
We'll do the one where you were at.
I do the one at the Old Cahaba Spirit Rush.
There you go.
Because that's the only one I've ever experienced.
Right, right.
So, I've been doing this for...
You went at Tremont? School?
I was at Tremont, but I wasn't
You wasn't
there.
in the
when-
room when it
right,
happened.
yeah.
That's right. It was just me.
I was upstairs.
Dawn and Candace.
Yeah, I was upstairs with you're right.
You're absolutely right.
What do we call him?
Mike?
No, I was upstairs with a dude that did that crap out of Old Cahaba.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't want to say his name anyways, but I think the investigation Look at you making a mess. Look, I didn't know the cornbread was gonna fall apart. I think the investigation with cat balls for the first time was pretty cool.
yeah.
Cat balls?
Mm-hmm. Have cat balls. Their motion detectors are little
Oh yeah.
gold ball size balls that light up.
Something
And that what?
I'm sorry. Alyssa tried the sweet cornbread. She's like, oh, it's a little sweet. And then Ashley's like, oh yeah, I've tried your sweet tea.
Oh, that's fair.
It made me laugh so hard.
Morgan needs a cleansing last night. She had throat demons.
Oh my goodness.
What? Yeah. Yeah, so the cat balls work though?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I've heard of them. I've never investigated with
We've had
them.
them go off several times.
I don't know all this newfangled ghost hunting stuff. Back in my day,
Back in my day.
back when I started, all we had was a really crappy camera and a really crappy digital
Oh.
recorder. We didn't even have a digital recorder when we first started. The one digital recorder we did
What
have
the hell?
was literally you couldn't get anything off of it. Whatever you recorded on it was stuck on it. You couldn't
Oh,
hook
I
it up to a
hated that
computer or
thing.
anything. Yeah, it was awful.
And then I deleted what was on there.
Yeah. So any of this new stuff, I'm kind of like the spirit box and all that stuff. I don't know. I sound like one of those
Don't get Beth
boomers.
started on Spirit Box.
I sound like a boomer. Back in my day, we didn't have all this fancy stuff. I remember being like blown away when we
You
got
have to say
the IR
Fancy.
schmancy. Yeah.
Fancy schmancy.
I remember being blown away One of my favorite investigations of all time was the Wetumpka Chamber of Commerce. It was the first investigation with that IR camera setup we had, the DVR and all the cameras.
Yeah.
That's when I finally felt like we had made it as a team. We had the laptop, had like 3 monitors, DVR set up with 4 monitors, IR camera set up through the whole build. We had the entire place covered. Man, I felt like we made it. I was like, how do we don't, this is it.
Yeah, we can't go anywhere from here.
We've peaked. Like, we have an entire building covered.
When audio recorders became smaller than a briefcase, I was like, they can't do anything outside. This is it. This is amazing.
That's kind of when I stopped investigating with CAPI. Really, is after we got the IR set up. So, last investigation I went on with CAPI, you guys had the tripods for all the cameras and walkie talkies, and I was like, wow. So we could go past where we were.
Yeah.
But
and there's gonna come a time whenever all this stuff is obsolete too.
But we had what story was I gonna tell? Oh, the Spirit Rush. We were at Old Cahaba at the slave quarters again. I know we like a lot of the stories that we'll tell is about the slave quarters, but like
that's what we did.
I can't like we were at the slave quarters more than anywhere else. One, because we all loved Cahaba, or I say loved, still love. Don't really love what happened there, but whatever. But the slave quarters never. Every single time we went to a slave quarters, we got something. Like, it was the most active.
Never disappointed.
It was the most steadily active place that we ever went to, ever.
Until Wetumpka.
Yeah, until Wetumpka. And then, really? Where out at Wetumpka? The Chamber of Commerce?
Everywhere we went.
I know, but, like, the slave quarters was, like, every time
I didn't say
we
it was
went
better.
There.
I'm just saying that was the only one that we had. It was that.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But it was me, Mike, and Dad. It wasn't even nighttime yet, I don't think.
No, it was, we didn't start investigating yet.
Yeah.
We're setting up.
We're just going in there and setting stuff up, and I walked over to the door. Dad went to, so you walk in the slave quarters, and you're immediately in a big room. To the right is a fireplace, and in front of you is a door. That door leads upstairs. You would take like 2 steps forward after you walk in, and you can go to the left, and that's another big room with like a what's it called? Like a shelf up against the wall. Is there a mantle? That's also. Was there another fireplace to the left? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Another fireplace to the left above, and a mantle above it.
Remember.
Same on the right side.
Remember, in the 60s, I turned it into a duplex.
Yeah. And, but on the right side, so I also had the mantle. So what we would do is we'd always put a recorder on the right side mantle above the fireplace and on the left side mantle above the fireplace. But they're probably like, 50 feet apart from one another?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And,
it's a huge house.
Yeah, so room on the left, room on the right, the one that you walk into, rather, so it wouldn't be on the right, but then door to go upstairs. This door was always locked, but anytime that we came to investigate, unless there was some sort of damages to the upstairs, they would always leave that door unlocked for us so we can go up there. Or they would send the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the groundskeeper or whatever, the guy that maintained the place, that maintenance guy. They would send him over to unlock the front door for us and unlock the door upstairs. But we had a key.
Remember, he had those screws.
Oh, that's right.
Fake door.
Yeah, he had to go in with a drill and unscrew the stuff to let us in. That's right. So it was a process. But at this time, we couldn't go upstairs because it was just too much damage done. Was this during the time when they had to come in? Some people, like, because you couldn't get into there, like he said, like they would drill the front door of the slave quarters shut to prevent people from breaking in. People went under the slave quarters and busted out the floor to get to the upstairs area. So they literally busted the floor out from under the house, and messed up the stairs and everything. So we couldn't. The stairs had like collapsed, so we couldn't go up there. So they kept it closed. So we walk in, Dad goes to the left, Mike goes to the right, he goes to the recorders, and I'm walking over just to see if they maybe unlocked the door, because we knew we couldn't go upstairs, but sometimes they would unlock the door because in the back part to the left, so like open the door, stairs, and then you move past the stairs, and to the left was the kitchen. sometimes it would let us go back there because it was connected to the room on the left. So I go over and I touch the doorknob, and this is middle of the summer, and I touched the doorknob and it was ice cold. Like, I'm not exaggerating, it was freezing cold. And so as soon as I touched it, I like jumped back because it shocked me, because in the middle of the summer, I'm not expecting the doorknob to be this cold. So I start freaking out. I'm like, hey, come touch this freaking doorknob. I'm getting Mike and Dad's attention. I was like, hey, come touch this doorknob. So they come over and they both touch. I was like, what the crap? It's cold. And we're feeling on the door, and the whole door is like ice cold. And so we're like, get the camera. Like, let's start trying to document this. And as we're doing that, we hear whispering from behind the door. It was almost as if somebody was there behind the door, like in the other room, like another human behind the door trying to, like, whispering to us. So we could audibly hear whispering behind the door. The door was freezing cold. So we start asking questions. We're, got the recorder going. We're taking pictures. We got the temp gauge hitting the door. Door's freezing cold. I don't remember what the exact temperature was, but it was very cold, much colder. I want to say like 15, 20 degrees colder than the other side. And this is the middle of the summer. So we walk away and we're talking. Like, we're all three kind of standing in the middle. Dad and Mike walked over to the right side room, left side room rather, and I just walked backwards. I am standing directly in front of the door, but behind it a bit. Dad and Mike over here, and you hear a breeze coming. Like, you can hear an audible, like, swooshing sound. And all of a sudden, Dad and Mike, I see them go, whoa, like that. And then it hits me, and I, like, double over because it was so strong. It was like a really strong wind that was very cold just rushed through the room and hit us all three at the exact same time. And it was spirit rush. It's the only one I've ever experienced. And I've never had another one. Never had one before then. And then immediately after that, the door got warm and the whispering stopped. Everything just went completely back to normal. Like, it just felt like a normal house. There was nothing going on. It was just normal. It was warm and everything. It was really cool because me, Dad, and Mike all experienced it. It was something that happened to all three of us the exact same time, which was very, very, very rare. Very rare to happen. You and Ashley were there on that investigation with the cat balls. I don't remember the cat balls. Is this the one where you guys told me the room to the left was supposed to be the spooky room, and I went to the room with the right? I was like, no, I think like there's something weird about this room, and then that ended up being the room where all the, like, we got the flashlight and the EVP and all that. The temperature drops and the orbs. I didn't want to say the resonance, so that's the only one I can think about. I remember hearing about that. That's sad, huh? People just can't. What are you? Oh, yeah, the people coming up from the door, under the house. That wasn't even the worst thing. We had a guy on the team that was a current member of CAPI, an active member, like an investigator, and been on a lot of investigators. I think he was actually starting to become like, I think it was about to let him lead an investigation or something like that, but he ended up going out to Old Cahaba and knocking over gravestones after night whenever he wasn't even supposed to be there.
Now he's holding on to her back.
Went out there with some buddies trying to show off and so that he got to investigate there and could be there what he wasn't supposed to be, and knocked over gravestones. We almost reported him to the cops, but we just let him go instead. Actually, I think Dad might have. I can't remember. Yes, that's the one, Corey. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a really cool investigation. Really, really cool investigation. Can you send us a copy of that picture that John took last night when y'all go through everything, Johnny? He's not around, but Beth and John, I'm sure, heard you, so yeah. You don't want to go outside with me?
Hello.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm done with
That John took last night when y'all go through everything.
You'll get a copy of everything.
Everything.
You guys will get a copy of everything. Video, if we get that EVP of Mom, all that stuff.
What, can you say what picture?
With her permission.
Can you say what picture? Because I'm curious. But it is live, so everybody will know. So if you don't want to, it's fine. He can tell me after. What was that?
What?
You went, shh.
Oh, it's just sniffling.
Oh. I'm just curious about the picture. She said yes.
He took a picture, and it was like of a doorway, and in the doorway it looks like what possibly looks like a face.
Oh.
But we've got to get it on a big screen.
Do you remember the little girl that was 3 stories up?
Yeah. That turned out to be a box.
Yeah, that was so disappointing. Oh my God, that was so disappointing. How long did we go? Wasn't it a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
We went a while. We was at the old Vaughn Hospital in Selma, Alabama,
Because
and
there was a little girl there.
yeah. Well, we don't want to talk about her.
Something.
So we're doing the Vaughn Hospital is no longer there. They knocked it down. It's just an open field now. And people still that live around that area still say that, well, I don't know about now. This was a long time ago. The people that was living in that area said they heard whispers and talking out in that open field where the Vaughn Hospital used to be.
Go back in?
Yeah. Work inside, then I'll tell you the rest of the story. Look at all those beetles.
Beetles, June bugs.
Shall I like that view? Okay. Oh, jeez. That's Colton. That's the baby. But yeah, so we were which we have it on our Facebook page called The Lady in Red, the CAPI Facebook page, which I'm sure everybody here knows about. But it was that same hospital that we got that picture. Was we were just taking pictures, and like you would on an investigation. But this particular picture, we heard the swooshing sound, so we started taking pictures to the left and inside the room that we were about to go into, and we got a picture that looked like, I mean, it was definitely there we go. It looked like a child was floating 3 floors?
Yeah, it was on the 3rd floor.
3 floors up, outside the window,
Just standing right outside the window.
just floating outside the window. It was the craziest picture, and we were so freaking excited and it just dumbfounded by it. It ended up being a
packaging label.
ended up being a reflection off a packaging label on a box.
Yep.
Because what did you like recreate it or? Yeah. So incredibly disappointing. But we got the lady in red, so I'll take that. That was an amazing photo. That was crazy, and we have the photo of the orb coming out of the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that opened by itself.
Yeah, that opened, and they were magnetically closed. By the way, it was like, you know, the magnet on one end and the magnet on the shelf itself, and clicks. We heard the click, the audible click, and watched in real time as it opened. So we started snapping pictures.
That was in the geriatric shower room.
Still the most freaked out. No, okay. Still the most freaked out I've ever been was no, the most freaked out I've ever been was Weaver Castle.
Yeah,
that's the most freaked out I've ever been. But that was Vaughn. I say was the most freaked out I've ever been because I was new.
Yeah.
And you put us in pitch black.
I mean, pitch black.
Like when you close the door, because they had the sealant on the door, you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. And then we got that place freaked me out.
Talking about the EVP.
The where's
After
Corey?
you left. Yeah.
Yeah. So we left out of the hospital. Was this the same night that we did the Lady in Red?
No,
it wasn't. It was a. Oh, yeah. I always just clump those all together. There's one night. It's been so long. But yeah,
we did so many there.
Yeah, after we left out and we were going over the EVP outside the hospital, like we literally just walked out and was listening back, and we as we were leaving out, as we were walking out of the hospital, were we on the stairwell? I don't remember where we were. It was so long ago. We could have been anywhere in my mind, but I know we were leaving and got an EVP of a little girl saying, "Where's Corey?" Scarred me for little children ghosts for the rest of my life.
No. You're not remembering that. That was after you left. Remember in the room, the records and reports room, you said you had to go.
Right, and I
Yeah,
thought y'all
we
walked me
took you
out.
out, but the EVP was after we went back up without you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and then
the
she
little girl
asked
was
where
like
Corey.
where you was at. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's so much worse. Like I said, this was back in 2006, 2000, a long time
05.
ago. 2005 was this when we started?
05, yep.
An incredibly, well, Jesus, I am.
Almost 20 years ago. 18 years ago.
That's terrifying. It feels long, but it doesn't feel that long.
Well, 18 years.
You get here and talk.
Okay. Whoa. All right. I want to talk a little bit about what a spirit rush is, because we've been talking about spirit rushes, and Corey told you guys that story about the spirit rush. We also, I got married in 2005. You sure did. Then last night. Had a lot of fun last night. I think I would enjoy doing it again sometime. Also, Michelle, you guys need to come to CAPI camp. Take the class and all that. You can share everything if you want. Such a cool picture, the lady in red. I mean, the lady in red is a cool picture. I really, we still have it on our website and on the Facebook page. Yes, definitely come to camp. Yeah, definitely come to camp, Michelle. You guys need to come to camp. Bring the kids, bring the dogs, whatever you want to bring. It's dog friendly. You can bring pets, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. CAPI camp is amazing. But I want to talk a little bit about what a spirit rush is. I think we'll close the show out with what a spirit rush really is. As Corey told you, we felt that spirit rush there at Cahaba, at the Weaver Castle that Corey was also talking about. He wasn't there during the spirit rushes. We was doing a cleansing there because we found out that it was a situation where one dark entity was holding several smaller entities there, feeding off their energy, which we get a lot of. That happens quite a bit. But I definitely want to talk a little bit about what a spirit rush is. It is not, a lot of people think, well, it's a spirit rush, it's spirits rushing past you, basically. It's not so much that as it is a release of energy. Whenever you're doing a cleansing, it doesn't have to be a cleansing, because we weren't doing a cleansing at Cahaba. You don't have to do a cleansing to get a spirit rush. It's just when that happens, it's very rare. It's very rare. I could probably maybe, in 43 years of doing this, I could probably count maybe 10 times that I've seen a spirit rush. And that's during a lot of investigations. We're supposed to keep up with our investigations because our levels change depending on how many times we've investigated. And unfortunately, my mind is gone. My memory is completely gone. So I don't remember exactly how many I did, but that I have done. But it's been a lot, somewhere easily in the high hundreds. But I'll have to wait a while. I'm going to Tennessee next month and won't be back until the end of October. That's all right. We have them all the time. But we'll probably never stop doing CAPI camp. That's one of our favorite things to do. We get to meet new people and educate people and fellowship. We call it fun, food, fellowship, because there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of food, and there's a lot of fellowship. We have a blast doing it. We really do. So a spirit rush is whenever it can either be several spirits or it can be one spirit, or it's a release of energy. It's either voluntarily or involuntarily. When we did the Weaver Castle, that was an involuntary release of energy. And the coolest part about a spirit rush is the wind, the motion, and the emotion. A lot of times during a spirit rush, because all that energy is being released at one time, whatever emotion is felt that either produces that energy originally or contains that energy originally, that can be released. And when it's released, that I mean, your shirt will go like this, your hair will blow like this. I can't do hair like this, so I have to do hair like this. Your hair can blow in the wind like, you know. But you see it and you feel it, but you can also have an emotional feeling during a spirit rush as well, because that release of emotions, that release of energy that is contained in those emotions, or even produced by those emotions, and you can feel that. So it's something that's an amazing thing to be a part of as a paranormal investigator. That's one of my biggest hopes and prayers for my entire team and other people in the paranormal, not just my team, but anybody that's in the paranormal, is to experience a spirit rush, because it's, like I said, it is rare. When it does happen, it's undeniable. It's undeniably supernatural. It's undeniably paranormal, and it's the reaction from everybody. The plethora of reactions is just amazing. And the coolest thing about it is it's a release or an exiting of energy, but it builds energy within the team, within the people that's there, the in skins that are there. It'll build emotions into them, which in turn will build more energy. And so it's one of the best things in the world to experience. Please stop doing that. And so I really do. I hope that my entire team and everybody else that's interested in the paranormal that goes out there and does what we do, I hope you get to experience that, because it really is an amazing experience. I hope everybody gets to experience it, because it's eye opening. It's I've had people get aha moments from spirit rushes. You know, your aha moment is whenever you're still a little skeptical, you're still not quite sure what's going on, but you're like, I'm almost certain this is something to this, or I'm not certain this, but and we have several people, that come on the team, and that's their feelings coming in. They're skeptical, because that's what we want, is people that are skeptical, skeptically open-minded, I should say. That's what we want. That's what we want people to be. We want you to be open-minded, but we also want you to be skeptical, because if you're not skeptical, then you're not going to be able to debunk the stuff that needs to be debunked. And that's 50% of our job. We're not there just to prove that there's something there. We're also there to prove that there's not something there too, because our mission is to help the client. That's why we're doing what we do, is to help the client. And whatever way that means for us to do. This is a cylindrical process that builds on itself then. Yeah, absolutely, John. That's a good way to say it. It really is. And like I said, the amount of energy that is displaced or released, every reaction has an equal or greater reaction. That's true in this case too, because that amount of energy being released in that spirit rush, in that rush of escape, of that rush of emotions or whatever, can be energy producing because of the reactions of the people that are experiencing it. See what I'm saying? Just like John said, it's a process that can build on itself, because that energy just builds and builds and builds. Now, here's the kind of the catch-22 of a spirit rush. This is even more rare than the spirit rush itself, is whenever you provide enough energy from that build up of energy from the displacement of energy, and the energy produced from reaction, the energy produced from emotion, and the energy produced from the lesser powerful spirits. It can also feed the darker spirit. If it's a situation of a hostage situation, this is what I call a hostage situation, is what we had at the castle, Weaver Castle, is that dark entity was holding that. Well, that dark entity could feed on that energy that's being released. See what I'm saying? We built that energy from the rush, and now that displacement of energy now is going to build on the emotions and the reactions of everybody that's a part of this, and it can feed that darker entity as well. In this certain case, it did not. That basement that we were in at the Weaver Castle was very heavy, very dark, and very ominous, and it was a chore emotionally and physically just to be down there. And after the spirit rush, it was like someone turned on a spotlight or a floodlight. It just lit up in there. All that weight that was on everyone's shoulder just kind of lifted off. It was just all of that feeling of dread and something not being right was just taken away. And that's what you want during a spirit's rush, because that's what you want, especially in that case where it's a darker holding lessers. And let's see, it explains the mundane and document what is paranormal. Explain the mundane. Yeah, exactly. I've had experiences like that a few times. It can be an intense experience, but not necessarily in a bad way. That's what we want, Michelle, is we want it to be not in a bad way. You want to experience a spirit rush, but you don't want to experience the bad aspects of a spirit rush either. So yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something really good because it is that release, especially if it's a hostage situation, a spirit hostage situation where that release is them finally being free, them finally being torn from their shackles, if you will. And so it builds on itself and what we want to have happen is for that to just go light, from dark to light, exit light, enter night, or exit night, enter light. That's what we want. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. But no matter what the case, no matter what the result of the rush, it's still a good thing because it is something being released. It's that energy being released. So, and in that specific situation, we were I was expecting it on this time at the Weaver Castle. I was expecting a spirit rush. I set it up for a spirit rush. I had everybody in a circle basically, and where you felt the heaviest was the center point, and then that's when that was released. It was almost like people were rushing right between everybody, like just running in all directions, getting out of there, saying, "I'm out of here, thank you, goodbye." Like the guy at Cahaba with the camera, he was out of there. And so that situation turned out to be really good. It was not only was it a great spirit rush that people got to experience that had never experienced it before. Not only was it a release of energy and of emotion and the buildup of energy, but it was also a release of spirits. It was spirits that didn't want to be there necessarily that were being basically held hostage. That's why I call it a spirit hostage situation. So that turned out exactly the way we wanted it to turn out. All right, are there any more questions? Let me see if I missed anything while Corey was talking that I might need to comment on. Oh yeah, Corey was there with the cat balls. He remembered afterwards. He remembered what the cat balls were afterwards. I think he already concluded that though. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. I love you guys so much. I look forward to experiencing Spirit Rush. I look forward to you experiencing a Spirit Rush, John. I really do. And hopefully that opportunity will come to where we can set one up. Hopefully that will come up soon. I think we have a couple that we've done before that we may be going back to do cleansings that might be a possibility. So you guys will get to, not just John, but everybody. Yeah, Beth. Me too, John. Yeah, so you guys will get to experience that. It's an amazing feeling. It really is. But let's see if we can get Corey back in here. And we will say our goodbyes. Let me see if I can get him back in here. Corey. Dakota. Will you get Corey? Tell him to come to the show. But thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I love it when Corey's on here with us. I know you guys do too. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I guess he's much better looking than me. He's much more interesting than me. Our view numbers go way up there when Corey's on. So I always love it when he's here and when he can make an appearance on the show. Hopefully in the future we can get him out here a little more. He doesn't live too far from here, but he doesn't live really close from here either. So I think it's about a 30, 35, maybe 40-minute drive for him to get here. But we really appreciate him being here and starting the show. Before we even started the show, we said we was going to let Corey come on and start the show just like it was me and just not say anything and see what kind of reactions we was going to get. And so that's why we did it that way. And we're really happy that he came and joined us tonight, and we hope that he'll do that way more often. We don't see nearly enough of him. And but we really appreciate you guys being here. We love you so much. I want you to do me a big favor sometimes this week. I don't care if it's a friendly member, or someone you meet on the street. Make at least one person smile, because that's exactly what we need the most of right now is smiles. We love you guys. Hope you have a paranormal week, and we'll see you next week. You gotta love him. Good night, guys. Love you.